jack it up.
Go.
Alright, so welcome back to Erie. Today we are doing our inspections, well, not inspections, but evaluations for drivers. First up is Matt, and he's an age 2009, 2006,
Dan.
2010 ICCE. Matt, what you're going to do is just do a full pre-trip around the bus, and tell me what were to happen if something were to break, something were to, and what condition it's in. And you can start whenever you're ready.
Park and brake's good. I'm gonna do my inside real quick. Emergency roof hatch works. If that were to break, you would have to completely get this out of service and fixed. Goes for emergency windows too. Same for the back and exit, and it works. Now for the back door, must open all the way out and lock. Which this bus does not do that. But act like it will. Now we come out to our outside. Make sure the doors are in good condition. The rubber's not fading off. Make sure they work close. Your tires, check your lugs. If one of them's loose, go tell your mechanic. Or write down, put in there. Tires, make sure that's good. Cross views, make sure they're tight, not tight. Get them tightened up or they will probably fall off. Your blinkers, important. Make sure they work. When you're turning, your headlights, you need these at night, make sure they're working. Make sure your ambers and reds are working. If not, then you're going to have a fun day with people. Goes for your two front mirrors, make sure they're tight, working, make sure they move on the inside. I already did that. Let's pop the hood.
Pretend hood's popped.
So now we pop the hood. So yeah, make sure that your engine fan is working, you have good coolant. And I done checked the engine oil on this, and it did really good. If it's low, make sure you tell your mechanic, make sure it is filled up to the top. Now you gotta check this other bumper. No, not the bumper, the tire. Lug nuts, good. Tires, good. Your stop arm. Make sure it extends and closes. Make sure it pops all the way out, and your red lights are working. If not, go tell your mechanic, and this bus will likely be deadline till it's fixed. Make sure your side blinkers right here on the fender are working. Those are important. Make sure your side blinkers are working. If they are not, then it's still got to get fixed. Then your other one, and then you check your tires. Same way as the front and back. Make sure they're checked. Make sure they're not dry wadding. Make sure they're good. We come to the back. Make sure your blinkers work, your brake lights, your reverse, your ambers and reds, which also be working. If not, you write it down and tell your mechanic. Now, let me go shift this bus in reverse and get this working. So when you come back here, make sure all these are working, which they are. The brake lights do work, I believe. All right, I'm gonna release the parking brake. One y'all let me know if it is working.
I got you.
All right.
They're working.
All right. Now as we come around to the other side of the bus, make sure that your diesel fuel latch opens and closes and closes. If not, that is a problem because it can get ripped off in the wind and hit another vehicle. Make sure your two blinkers are working. Your running lights, make sure they are working. Forgot about those. Your tires, lug nuts, make sure they're working. Make sure nothing's damaged. Make sure no dry rotting. And then make sure your front ones are too. Now we're going to do our lab test. If you'd like to follow me up into the front of the bus. Let me. Now we turn the bus off. Push in the parking brake. Now, where I'm going to push parking brake, see how much I lose. I should not lose more than 3 psi. Alright, I'm good. Now I'm going to pump down the brakes and make sure my parking brake pops out. Alright, now the parking brake is popped out. Now I'm going to flip the bus back on. Idle it, let build some pressure. Now make sure my amber lights button work. See my cross views, they work. And oh, then gotta flip those onto the reds. Door. Shifter. Yep. Make sure it busts the neutral before I release it. Heaters. They work. Dome lights. They work. Heaters. Defrost. That works. Boost pump, that's on. Strobe light works. Yeah, that is, well, I gotta do my parking brake real quick. Shut the door real quick. Make sure it's working and I am in gear. Reverse, not moving. Reverse, not moving. And that is my full entire walk around.
Alright, Matt, you did very good.
Now I gotta write it all down.
Yep. Now, how we're gonna handle this? Eventually, I'll get an inspection with you driving on the road, or an evaluation driving on the road. But I have to go evaluate 28 over there.
Isn't Max gonna be riding with me today?
Yeah, but I'm gonna be riding with all of you eventually.
Alright.
Alright, but you did a stellar job on your pre-trip, so kudos for that. Alright, 28, are you ready?
Yes, I am. Come on up to the front of my bus. We can start this all up. Alright.
Okay.
So, I'm going to go ahead and check, pop my hood, check all my fluids, make sure nothing's leaking, all the levels are good. Alright, and if anything is, you need to report it to your mechanic. So now, I'm going to walk around, I'm going to check my tires, my lug nuts, everything, make sure nothing's punctured, leaking, anything damaged, dry rotted, etc. Walk around, and as I'm doing that, I need to check the bus and make sure there's no damages to the bus or the body, anything, make sure it's structurally like it's supposed to be. Checked all my tires. So then I need to come up on the bus, turn it to the accessory position and wait for all my lights to go off, wait to start light.
Whoops. Hang on a second.
And then when I start the engine, the engine light will blink a couple times to make sure that it's working. So then I need to let this bus build all the way up to air pressure. Okay, before we pump our brakes, I'm gonna go ahead and, we'll go ahead and do the brakes first. So now my PSI has been built up all the way. So before I do my brake test, I'm gonna go ahead and push in my parking brake, and I want to open my door, my driver window, and make sure I don't hear any leaks, anything. So everyone listen. Okay, once I haven't, what I do is I'm gonna go ahead, and the bus should not lose any more from 2 to 3 PSI within 60 seconds of me with my foot on my brake. So you would, start your timer and make sure. So then after that, I want to go ahead and pump my brakes down. And at about 60 PSI, my warning buzzer should come on and that brake should pop. But I gotta keep pumping it all the way down. Brakes pop, keep pumping until we got no more air in the tank. And then I'm gonna make sure I can't push it in, which I can't. Push the brake in. Alright, so now that we've done that, I'm gonna go ahead and start the motor up again. And it should only take about 60 seconds, about 45 seconds to get to about 60 PSI. And then anywhere from 80 to 120, it should only take about 15 seconds or more. So you would wait for that to happen. Okay, so now I can go ahead and do my light test. Turn on the headlights. Make sure all my lights are working.
Give thumbs up.
Okay. Make sure all my lights are working. If they're not, you need to report it to the mechanic. I'm going to go ahead and check and make sure my engine fan is working, which it probably is. You want to check your headlights, high beams, ambers. You want to check your marker lights, your reds, your stop sign, back side of the stop sign, your marker lights through down the bus, turn signals. You want to check your rear lights, make sure all those are working, which they are. Check your sides again. Okay, so now that that's done, what I need to do is go ahead and let me open my door back up. Sorry about that. I'm going to check my dome lights, and as I'm doing that, I'm going to walk through the bus and make sure that all my emergency exits are working. So I'm going to go over here on this window, and I'm going to pull the buzzer. It should go off, and I'm going to push the window out, make sure it opens, which if it didn't, you would probably have to get a spare. Do the same thing over here. Same thing back here, and same thing over here, and make sure they're properly latching. Do the same thing with the back door, which they are, which the back door opens, buzzer goes off, and it latches properly. Okay, so now what I need to do is make sure that this bus goes into gear and it has no flaws. So let's check. It goes into drive, it goes into reverse, and it goes into neutral. But before I can do anything else, I need to make sure. I'm going to back up a little bit here. Now, I'm going to make sure my parking brake works. So it should be able to stop this bus, which it did. And now I'm going to put it in drive. I'm going to try to give it gas. Shouldn't be able to move with the parking brake on, which it's not. Then, I need to fill out all my paperwork. Wait a minute, I forgot something. As I'm walking up and down the bus, I need to check my seats and make sure they got good padding in them and everything. And then, make sure everything on the inside's intact, seats are good. My mirrors are adjusted how I need them. Everything's adjusted to where I can see it. And then I write all my stuff down and I'm ready to roll out. Well, before I do my radio check, 28, the base, can I get a radio check?
That's clear.
10-4, thank you.
Alright, Josh. You finished with a few minutes left. Do you have anything else you want to show me? Do you have anything else anything that you forgot or anything?
All I'd like to say to the camera is I've been a proud bus driver.
All
Your
right.
kids are in safety when they're riding my bus.
Okay, so Josh, you passed your
Okay.
pre-trip. The only suggestions I have is you didn't mention the first aid and body fluid cleanup kit up here. Make sure that they have all the proof of insurance.
That's fully stocked and that everything's good. Make sure my insurance is up to date. Yeah.
Yep. That's the only thing.
Okay.
Alright, so you pass. I'll be back later to evaluate your driving. 35.
I thought you were riding with me.
Yeah.
What bus was
Oh, okay. You're going to do more pre-trips. Okay, with other people.
Yeah.
What bus was 45?
It's an FS65.
Wait, are we all doing a pre-trip?
I mean, it's those who are volunteering.
We'll do on 29 as soon as I get back.
For sake, since y'all are doing other pre-trips, I'm going to shut down my bus so the camera can still hear.
Okay. 20. Do you want to do your pre-trip now or tomorrow? Is he even here?
Yes, I'll do it now just to get it done and over with.
Alright, so you're going to have about 10 minutes in-game time to do a pre-trip.
I got to go get fuel real quick.
Alright, go do that. Alright, so whenever you're ready, you can start. As soon as 28 pulls out of here, though.
And I'll stay over there by the fuel tanks while y'all are doing this.
Where's that back force?
Okay. I get fuel too.
You gotta cut this way or else we'll go into those other spots. Want me to rev it up?
Yeah. Help following it up now.
Okay. Alright, Legend, whenever you're ready, you can begin.
I'm ready right now. Alright, so my name is Mr. Legend. I drive bus number 20 at Erie ISD. This is what I do every morning before I start my run, and every afternoon. So, first step, probably an important one. I'm gonna get this latch over here. Get this latch over here. Then we're gonna hold it. Then we're gonna hold this open. And this inside is Cummins ISD 6.8 liter. I think. I don't pay attention. 7. And firstly, we want to check everything inside of here, like our wires, our engine, our oil tank and stuff. So first off, I like to check my belts first. I have like a pattern how I do this. I'll show you. So I like to do my belts here, see if they're like still intact, like see if they're not ripped and stuff. And then we're gonna check my fluids. So I have oil, windshield washer fluid. I have my, I believe they're all in the engine. There's more fluid as I go along the bus. Transmission. Yeah, there's a lot. I'm not gonna like say them all right now, but I'm sure if we do this again eventually, I'm sure I'll say them all. Alright, now we're gonna close. We forgot about one thing. We need to check for leaks and my suspension and stuff. So, and the front of the bus. So, my front 2 tires, they are intact as we see right here. But when we turn over here, it could be different damages on this tire. Oh, and another thing, my marker lights on my hood. These, let me make sure these are there. Alright, we're good. Now we're gonna close the hood. Now that the hood's closed, we can check my front mirrors, and mirrors. This one's perfectly intact, so is this one. This one as well, and we can't forget about this one over here. Alright, now we're gonna go inside, look for damages. I like to do this before I start my bus, for safety precautions, for my own safety. But as you see,
I'm sitting in the front seat.
alright. Yeah, so my dome lights don't seem to be cracked, but we can see cracks once we start the bus. Alright, now I'm gonna hop my seat, turn it to accessory. Wait for my little squiggly line up there. That's my wait start. Should go out just about right now. Okay. I usually wait a few seconds to let it like finish up if it's not already finishing this thing. Alright, it's been about 4 seconds. Alright. I do this for a lot of reasons. First off, I will make sure once I rev it up, I like to make sure my gauges are working. And another thing I'm gonna do while I'm in here, I'm gonna test my air pressure. So we're gonna shut the door, take the parking brake out, Making sure we're neutral as we should be. And we're gonna see if we lose any pressure. Once I push on my brake pedal for about, I'm gonna say about 60 seconds. You shouldn't lose more than 2 to 3 psi. Well, we are waiting for that to go down. Make sure you subscribe to Ashton's channel. Okay. Now, moment of truth. I lost about 3 PSI, it looks like, on here. Now, we're gonna gain that pressure back. I revved her up a little bit. Alright. Wait for that to go back, pull my parking brake. We're gonna check some lights. Alright. Let's take a little walk around. So, up here, the ones I currently have on should be my hazards, my headlights, and those little marker lights up top. And my hood indicators are working as they should. So are my headlights, my light indicators up here, this little indicator over here, my front 2 amps. Now we're going to take a little walk around here, see if all my lights are working. So we have about, I'd say 4. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now, back here. Basically checking for the same thing, but a little bit different back here. Because back here we have my brake lights. Alright, just stay here for a second. And I'm gonna test my brake. See if my brake lights work right. So we turn off. We need both park and brake.
They're good.
Alright. Now we're gonna come back out. And make sure my hazards are working. And make sure, well, my brake lights are not currently on, but now coming along this side, we need to make sure all these are fine. Now in a minute, once I go inside the bus and with the button, so we're gonna flip the door button on this bus, and it will activate. Once I have my hammer on, when I push my door button, it should activate my stop sign and my 8 ways. Well, my one of the 8 ways. One piece of them. Now, since I can't really see it good from the inside, we'll take a little walk on the outside. But we need to put it in reverse. Alright, now we're back up front. And we are gonna basically do the same thing, but we have a lot more lights. Check out, and just double check my headlights. We're gonna make sure they're there, and all my indicators are there. Now look at my red 4 ways and my little beacon. I don't know what those are. Now we're gonna try not to hit 28 door, and we're gonna look at my stop sign lights. We're gonna make sure both sides are doing the job. Make sure that indicator's working. Just stop on it. Over here. Make sure this one, that one's just not working. And we're gonna make sure this little guy's plugged in. Now we're gonna come back here. You'll notice that my white light is on. That's my reverse. Everything seems to be working perfectly. Now we're gonna shut that buffer out. Alright. So, we're gonna come across the bus. Look, this is my def tank. We are gonna see if everything leaks from
Hello?
the def tank. Yep.
We're on recording.
Y'all recording?
Yep.
Yeah. And we're gonna make sure my international badge is there. Well, CE.
I have to talk to all of you after we're done, especially Josh.
Unless you drop 264 and the badge isn't there.
Okay.
And we're gonna make sure my rubber rails are these are here for the structural integrity of the bus. I'm upgrading all of my windows. We're gonna make sure they don't have any cracks in the outside as well. We're gonna check on the inside once we go to the inside of the bus.
They'll just mess.
Now we're gonna come over here. Look at our windows. Make sure the Erie Independent School District siding is on the bus. We're gonna come down here to our tires. Make sure they're not leaking. There's no actual rim damage. Etc. And we're gonna come back here. My fuel tank is gonna be located back here, but I'm like to make sure I can still see underneath the bus perfectly. Back here, since we're next to the tire, we're gonna make sure my axle never snaps so we don't get into an accident. And then we're gonna come back here, see if there's any fuel leaks. As we can see, there is not. The reason why there's no water because it's raining.
5 minutes
Now we're
remaining.
gonna come over here, and we're gonna look at the windows. Make sure there's no cracks. Make sure my mirrors don't have any cracks first of all.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
the wipers are there. Now we're gonna come in, make sure she's clean as always. And we're gonna make sure we need to turn my domes on. He's thinking this for a while. Alright, now we're currently walking towards the back. We have my dome lights on. They don't seem to have any damage on the passenger side. Now, there's a little bit of paper up there. Students class, the students like bus driver can keep this. They decided to put it up there. I was like, okay, keep it up there for a little while. Now, over here, you might want to take a seat. Now, let's just one minute. Just for next step. Now, we're gonna make sure my fans are currently working, as they are. We're gonna make sure my air defrost, hopefully this bus can with it. My strobe, which we can turn on and go back outside. The heaters. Dome is currently on. Noise canceling, so we're gonna turn the radio off a bit. My fans and everything.
Yeah.
Press that button, everything stops. Anyways, I'm gonna shut the bus off. And you're gonna hear beep, beep, beep. So we need to come back here, push my child check button, wait for it to do its thing. Then it should say child check is deactivated. Now we're gonna come. I forgot to check this tire and the axle. Just so the bus tire doesn't shift in. So, tire is good. The axle doesn't look like it's gonna fall off.
All
Same
right.
up here.
I'm gonna have to cut you off here because this is we're kind of starting to get over time here.
Okay. I do good.
You passed, but the overtime did kind of cost you just a little bit. All right, your score overall is a 95, so that's I rate that good. Just need to kind of summarize some of the 2018. Please check your account.
I mean, I showed them how everything works and stuff.
Yeah, but
You went a little overboard.
the thing is, you need to summarize basically what you're checking. Like, some of the things were a little unnecessary, but it's okay. I appreciate the effort, though. So you get a 95. And you pass. So.
What did me and Matt get? You never released our score. And what I get.
You got a 95. I only docked you for the kit on here.
Yes, but then I did know what you were talking about. I didn't hear Matt talk about the kit, but okay.
All right.
What'd you dock me for, Ashton?
Yeah, I don't think he talked about the kid. I think you're right.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I didn't. I forgot about it.
It's a roll 95.
All right. Sounds good. All right. All right. Let's see. All right. Who's next?
Please no more. Please no more.
I gotta be somewhere at 9 o'clock.
So let's get going with the route,
It's a
please.
safety action video.
I'll do mine
Alright.
after the video.
Nah. Whoever didn't do them is gonna have to do them tomorrow then,
I won't be here tomorrow.
and whenever you're on next.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been getting slow network download all the time.
Yeah.
All right, viewers. Today I am evaluating Mr. Matt here on bus number 29. We just have to pass the driving test and Stephen, are you frozen?
29, babe.
Negative, I was spawning a bus.
Oh, okay. Anyway, as I was saying, we're going to be evaluating Matt in bus 29 today, and all goes well, he will pass today.
Ashton, we can barely understand you. You're like very muffled and loud.
Okay, how about now?
I'm sorry, my mother was calling me. Are we on video?
Is this better?
Kind of. It's still clipping though.
What's going on?
He sounds fine to me, so...
He does
That could be an MS9 issue.
He's just really loud.
29 to base.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Go ahead, 29 and 31.
Radio check.
Radio check confirmed.
Can I also get a radio check?
Radio check confirmed, 31.
10-4, thank you.
Anyway, for those who can hear me, we're going to be evaluating Matt on bus 29 today. Today is AM routes, just letting you know, and the weather is 50 and partly cloudy today. Alright, without further ado, if all drivers have completed their pre-trips, then they can depart the lot.
Not today, Max. It's 20 to base.
Go ahead, bus 20.
Am I doubling today or not?
I'm sorry, can I get a 10-9 on that?
Am I doubling still?
No.
10-4, am I no longer going to be doubling?
Some days you'll be doubling, but not every day.
10-4, just tell me the days that I need to double if you don't mind.
Alright.
Alright, come
Josh.
on, bus in front of me. Hit the gas pedal. What?
Josh, DMs.
We're recording.
Okay. I'm currently driving a bus, and you just caused me to do something.
10-4.
You caused me to...
I saw him lag out.
I didn't lag out. I hit the back of a school bus.
Oh, that? Oh.
I've seen it, and I'm furious. I've seen it that day.
And you took off my mirror. I'm just gonna go around you.
What the fuck? I hit the N key. There we go.
Message me when you're done with rats, Josh.
Go bus 4. You have bus 4.
Confirm that
What are the buses doing up there on the hill?
moving on.
I can't hold the brake any longer.
RTO. I cannot hear 4. Go ahead. 10-9-4. Can you go again, please?
Confirm that I am actively moving on everybody else's screen.
Let me look.
Who are you looking for, May?
Yeah, it looks
'Cause
like
I'm
you're
moving.
actively moving.
Yeah, I'm moving. I was sitting on the hill for some reason. I'm trying to figure out why.
Okay. Bus 4. On my map, it says you're not moving.
10-4, same here.
I'm
Everything just froze.
I'm currently conducting a stop.
Okay, 10-4.
Just confirming GPS does show me at McDonald's.
28 to Ashton.
Go ahead, 28.
I'm really liking bus 20 with the Cummins in it.
Yeah, Ashton, down here there's really no turnaround, so I just normally do this.
10-4. Also, small disclaimer for the viewers, the servers are acting a little bit crazy today, so you may see like random things like we just saw a second ago where it looked like he wasn't moving for a second. That's just typical in the ROR servers.
I just hit the game connection error thing, so I just got thrown off.
Oh. No. No.
whites are flip-flopped. Your ambers are on.
My fault. Click the wrong button.
You're good.
To base.
Go ahead, 31.
Yeah, so I just checked my tire pressure, and one of the dials are way above the limit. Can I get that checked when I'm back to base?
That's fine.
10-4, thank you.
Base to 31.
Go ahead.
Keep in mind, you will still have to be evaluated as well. I do not yet have anything from you, so we'll be doing your evaluation here within the next couple days.
10-4. Oh, sorry. My radio slipped.
You're good. We may just do it tomorrow if you're here.
Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow.
Alright. It's better to get it over with.
$28 or 20 to make a little angle on our buses, or we just pulling in regular at the high school.
Angling your buses. If
10-4,
if
thank
you need
you.
an angle reference point, just match those yellow lines that are going.
I got it. Thank you, though.
Yep, no problem. This bus does handle those speed bumps really well, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's why I like it. The CE takes it way better, in my opinion.
I'm in love with this bus. When I open the door, the dome lights come on. And then when I drive away, they cut off. I like it.
And this bus handles a lot better than once it got alignment done.
This bus is a lot quieter than my bus. I can actually hear my kids. Hmm?
RTO, bus 20.
Ashton, you should come talk to me, but okay,
Ashton,
I'll go back.
Angle it right beside him.
Yeah, another bus can go beside me, and then the rest of them go after that little fire thing. Or the walkway.
Use those yellow lines as a reference point right there.
Like
That's
that.
good.
How you doing this morning?
I'm here.
I see you're back in 29.
For today.
You see what I'm in?
I gotta
That
get
bus
the
is-
jacket. I gotta get the steering looked at again.
Hoping eventually I'll get that bus over there. It's nice.
This bus shift has the steering wheel turned halfway to get straight.
Might want to rev it up. It's about to die.
Alright, I'll see you later.
Alright, see you later. I'm gonna go back on my bus. It's raining. We have one of each kind of seat. Well, we have two CEs. That's enough. Okay.
Attention all drivers, the following buses will be pulled in for servicing tomorrow. Buses 31, 2, 14, 5, 3, and bus 4 will all be in for servicing.
Good.
It's a mass service day, so the following drivers will be on the following buses tomorrow. If I can find my paper, I wrote it somewhere, but I can't remember where. But hang on a second.
Alright, guys, have a great day.
Not all guys are there yet, so you can't leave until all the people are there.
Well, he's pulling in.
Oh, I know.
Oh, there's another bus coming.
Yeah,
I almost forgot about Max.
Jeez,
I almost
Louise.
forgot about Max.
Alright, so I said buses 2, 3, 4, 5, 14.
I'm surprised they didn't do 7 because it was also one of those types of C2s.
Actually, you know what? Let's make that happen, actually. 2, 4...
Or 5. 2, 4, 3, 5, 7, 14.
Wait. Go through those numbers again slowly.
The ones that have the back window thing. 2, or no, 3 is one of them. 5, 7, 14. You ought to just do 2, 3,
My
4.
decision still is final. Oh, we're gonna add 10 and 11 or 13 to it.
Okay, good. My bus isn't in service tomorrow.
Alright.
We just got serviced.
Well, apparently they missed something and they want it back in for the shop. Something. Anyway.
Under my dead body.
So. Alright, so 31, you'll be in bus 22. Max, you'll be in bus 23.
To base.
Go ahead.
Are they servicing 28 today?
No.
To get it over with since I'm not driving it? Never mind.
I know I'm driving 35 tomorrow, so.
What am I going to be in, 28 or 20?
Just because you asked that. Sure.
Okay.
We may give
I
you
regret my soda.
we may give you 27.
Oh God, no.
Or
Remember you remember the old 27 we used to have with that messed up alignment on and the stop arm?
Josh, would you mind hopping 13 tomorrow? Being it's never
drive
really,
it?
Yeah, being it's never really been run in months.
That's perfectly fine with me.
Thank you so much.
or this that
Go ahead.
I need a CE since 4 is going to be in service tomorrow. I need a CE for tomorrow for the route that I'm going to be covering.
There's no more.
Actually, we're gonna give you 20, Steven, if that's okay.
God dang it.
I mean, hey, if he wants to take 23, he can, because I like to just be in 29 tomorrow.
I'll
10 for
just
20 tomorrow.
Alright, sounds good.
what if Legends go?
Well, that's gonna be tough toenails.
Hey, you can just give him 29. I'd say, look.
Just
Which
radio
would
me
you
when
rather
we're ready
have,
to.
bus 429 or 20?
No, he said 23, I believe, or 20.
I think Max is 23, but if Max wants to give it to him, then that's fine.
Tell them better. I got 23. My admin.
And Matt was saying that he could drive 23 or 20, I think.
23.
Nah, I may have heard a mistake.
23 or 29, I don't care, because they're both my route and admin. Them two are.
Alright.
Well,
Max,
why don't you have him drive 13?
Yeah, 13 needs to get out. Hey, bus
I'd rather
4,
drive my.
You'll take 10?
Yeah.
I'd rather be in my CE.
And 11 is still in the shop, 29.
Are we ready to roll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. All drivers are good to go.
Yeah, I know.
10-4, you just never dismissed us. Thank you.
Sorry.
You're good.
Alright, so I have the following people on the following buses. I'm on 35, Max is on 10, Owen's on 22, Josh is on 13, and Steven, you're on 20, correct?
I thought you were gonna let
Right.
Steven. I thought Evil Queen was gonna take.
I thought he was on 23 because
Oh, okay. Okay, if he's on 23, then yeah, that's fine.
I wanted to take 28 tomorrow, but okay.
I mean, that's fine if
God,
you want to take 28. I really don't care.
That or 20. There we go. Sorry.
Like, I'm trying to make this as real as possible, so...
10-4.
It's not that I'm just being bossy or anything, I'm just saying, like, in a real world scenario, if there was, like, a mass bus thing going on. So, Matt, what are you driving tomorrow, then?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'll flip a coin between 29 and 23.
Okay. We'll put you on 29, because 23 is with Steven tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm flying.
I'll do 29.
I'm flying in the seat in the Cummins.
Are you done?
Yes.
Utility.
I'm enjoying it.
Go ahead, Utility.
Verify what 4's status is. Is it currently assigned to anybody, or is it just a sub-bus?
What status are we looking for again? Sorry. You cut out a little
Bus
bit.
4.
Okay, so...
I'm looking for bus 4 status.
Bus 4 will be in the shop tomorrow.
Correct, but other than that, is it assigned? Is it a spare?
It's just going to remain a regular route bus for the remainder of the fiscal year.
10-4, can you assign 4 as my regular utility bus?
I can sure do that, yep.
10-4, thank you.
Max, are you stuck behind the Max 47?
Nope, he's on a Cummins 6.7.
No, I said I'm
No.
stuck behind.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is you're stuck behind the 7, weren't you?
I thought you meant behind the wheel.
Oh no.
I'm leaving, Max. I am flying in this Cummins CE.
I was gonna say, I think 4 is lagging out a little bit.
If I get a speeding ticket, I'm sorry.
Well, Matt's in an FS65, so it can only go a certain amount of speed.
God damn it. What the frick? Oh. There we go.
Base to utility.
Thor, go ahead.
Are you fine with taking bus 23 tomorrow?
Yeah, that's fine, as long as I'm a CE tomorrow.
10-4.
I just need a CE because I'm a extended route and the students fit better on a CE.
10-4. So, just to verify with
I'm flying.
20, stop. Base to Tyler.
Hey, what's up?
Not much. Are you gonna be able to do base for us for a few minutes?
Yeah, I can.
10-4, thank you. Attention all drivers,
28 the base.
Tyler's base.
I know, I'm trying to radio Tyler.
Go ahead.
I'm in bus 20 today, so I will be identifying as bus 20.
I thought he was in bus 20. Okay.
No, in Erie, we identify as the bus that we're driving.
Yeah, I thought you was driving bus.
I was driving 9, but then Ashton accidentally broke 9.
I did not break 9.
Well, you broke it so I could drive 20 like I wanted. The Cummins CE.
I didn't break it, I just put a bracket in there that has a key in it that I have to unlock it with, and I did, so.
Thank you, because I got to drive this Cummins CE that I'm probably going to get. I wouldn't be surprised if a parent calls into the base and tells them I'm speeding.
Okay, so to verify with everyone, I've got me on 35, Owen on 22, Max on 10, Josh on 13, Steven on 23, and Matt on 29. Is that okay with everyone?
I would prefer 28 or 20, but I guess I can drive 13.
And also, if we're lucky, we may start out a tech school journey as well.
You know who used to do tech school, right?
We have
Good
thousands
old
of
Mr.
videos of that, yes.
Mr. Josh driving bus 17 up the way. And then I drove to 1021 first.
I may assign 13 to tech school, being it doesn't get used too often.
Never mind, I don't want the tech school out.
What is your vendetta against C2s there, Mr. Joshua?
I like the CEs better.
Hey Ashton, is it raining still? Is it cleared up?
It's clearing up a little bit.
Can show you how excited doesn't say respond. Well, there's something maybe on our cheek.
You're doing good so far, Matt. Kudos.
Thank you.
Okay, drivers, good to go. Sorry, Matt, did you say something?
I said thank you.
Jimmy, she knew this. Jimmy.
Is this the Erie Independent School District bus yard?
What?
Close the bus yard.
RTO bus 20.
I was gonna call the bus yard real quick, but okay.
You have a mic for a reason, so.
Stray dogs to the fucking girls.
Ashton, do you see why I don't take 29 that often? Because of this hill.
Yeah, I understand.
I can kind of tell. The roads are horrible up here.
Yeah, that's why I take 23. It gets up better.
I find out about some terrible thing that you did to me as a kid. You raised my child for vacation. Okay, fine. Yeah. Stop.
28 or 20 to evaluate.
Base to 20, we did not receive that radio transmission clearly. Can you please repeat?
28 or 20 to Ashton.
E1, go ahead.
Don't you have a sub driver cover on your bus route today?
Yeah.
This kid's saying that the sub driver passed their house and didn't even stop.
4 to 20.
Go ahead.
I haven't even. Part of my utility route is part of Ashton's route. I haven't gotten to that area yet. So
10-4.
let him know he's going to be on 4, and I'm still like 25 minutes out.
10-4. Calls in the transportation on the phone.
Making these.
Yellow.
Yeah, there's this bus number 20 and it's speeding like a bat out of hell through these neighborhoods. Like, can you please tell him to slow down?
Yes, ma'am.
I think I'm gonna have to reevaluate Josh as well.
I'm gonna come on, I like it.
Base to bus 20.
Go ahead.
Upon completion of your route, you need to immediately report to transportation office.
Okay. If it's somebody calling in speeding, I ain't speeding.
We're not going to discuss it over the radio. Upon completion of your route, please report immediately to transportation. Thank you.
10-4.
Ashton, this bus likes to drift, by the way.
I know, I've driven 35 and all them. It's a headache to get them to stop.
It's annoying around curves.
Especially this one. I call it the hairpin curve.
Yeah. I normally just only do like 25 through it.
That makes sense. Quiet down, boy.
What are we going to do then? Come on, Bert, that's 200. No, Bert, no, he's never going to be able to respond to the man. What? Oh, come on, you guys, don't.
Jay, that's perfect. He looks like a Jay. He looks like a cute little Jay. This is gonna be fun.
Go to the doggy treat. Now you don't want to let it.
It's really good. Hey, it's not gonna be that bad.
You want?
And then she's gonna grow up to be an idiot. She'll be Jimmy with food.
Base to 81, Ashton.
Go ahead.
What's your status currently?
We are at the bottom middle-ish part of the map. I'm riding with
And for we have
Sorry, I'm
I had a
evaluating.
parent asking, so
Oh, all calls go to
20 to base.
bus 4. He's doing part of my routes because I'm evaluating bus 29 today. Just tell the person to look out for bus number 4.
It's running about 25 minutes behind.
10-4.
See you.
20 to 4.
4.
Do you need any help or you got this?
Negative, I'm good.
10-4, I just want to make sure. If you need anything, just let me know.
Base mobile to base.
Go ahead.
Do you need me to attend this meeting with Mr. Joshua after routes?
Oh, yes, we do.
Okay. I have a evaluation of myself coming up here in after routes, so it shouldn't take too long.
10-4.
Good. 20 to 29. We still going after this?
10-4.
Still as planned? 10-4.
10-4.
Just want to make sure.
We are.
Gotta love that air horn, right?
Yeah, I'm waking the kids up because I gotta pick up one at the bus garage.
Is it a Josh?
No, it's one of the mechanics' kids.
Oh.
I'm the first one only out here, so that's why.
Oh, I had to make that joke just to see if he could hold his composure.
Yeah.
Me?
Maybe.
My son is on my bus.
He was talking about my two babies.
Oh.
Morning.
28 to base. Or 20. Yes, tomorrow bus evacuation.
Stand by.
10-4.
Base to HS.
HS, go ahead.
A quick question for you. Are you all planning bus evacs for tomorrow?
That is a negative. We don't have one for a couple months.
10-4, thank you.
You're welcome.
20, I copied that.
Ashton, half of these kids don't ride in the ES.
10-4. Don't worry, I got his license plate. Base mobile to base.
Base, go ahead.
We just had a gray in color Mercedes-Benz plate Alpha Beta Georgia 125. Just past our reds.
10-4, I notify local authorities.
See why I cross over. Ashton, on the main roads, I do this no matter what.
Oh, so that's not like on an accident?
No, I do it on purpose to make sure nobody can pass the road.
Okay.
Yeah, me and Matt are some of the safest drivers in the ISD.
Excuse me?
I mean, you and Max are pretty good too.
We're on the
Base
same road.
20, please keep radio traffic to minimum unless it is actual radio communication.
Ashton.
Nah. Okay, babe.
11's accident happened down there.
I don't know, but it looks pretty bad.
Yeah. Especially when it's muddy.
Base mobile to all drivers. There is an upcoming thunderstorm. Please be prepared for slick roads and yeah. Just be prepared for a lot of rain and slick roads.
10-4.
Yeah, Ashton, this is the horrible intersection. You never can get out of here.
We're letting kids out this early.
They're not letting kids off this early.
I don't know why you had your door open. Air.
For a reason. After them. Knocks on door. Max, did you just... Okay, never mind. Hey, how you been?
I'm waiting for Friday. That's how I'm doing.
Did you see me come flying in here like a bat out of hell behind you?
Yeah, I really don't know how you do it because I'm on the Cummins every day. I think you just gotta get used to it.
You know, I'm not used to it. I'm my foot on the floor and having the floor as much as I can.
Yeah, you'll get used to it.
I don't think I'm keeping that bus, but it's a nice bus, though.
I haven't got to drive.
I know I'm
yet.
I know I'm in a Cummins tomorrow, so that'll also be eventful.
Base mobile to base main.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna send you something on the company mail service real quick?
Crap, the rain's starting to pick up. I better go get back on my bus before I get soaked.
Painful.
Stay dry. Wrong button.
$30 to $31.
31, go ahead.
You realize your back door is like cracked open, right?
It is?
Just a little bit.
Oh,
There you go.
one of the kids must have opened it and I must have not heard it.
Alright, you're good now.
Alright, alright, Matt, so I have a couple of questions. You probably know what I'm going to ask because you've probably heard everybody else answer them. It's a mechanical question and a reflective question.
Woohoo!
Everyone else is to remain quiet. Alright, so you can hear me okay, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So in the event your alternator would happen to go out, what would you do if you're going 50 miles an hour and your alternator suddenly just completely has a total failure? What would you do?
You wanna slow her down, try to find a safe place to pull off, and then you set your park brake. You go radio to the mechanics, let them know, hey, my alternator's gone out, I need a spare. Now this might be hard, either you still have power just running from the battery, or you have no power at all. So you can either go for your two-way in the bus, or you can call the mechanics.
Okay. Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Now, as a reflective question, how do you feel as though your evaluation is going so far? How do you feel? Is there anything you can improve on? Anything you think that you do really well?
I gotta remember to hit the horn twice before I start backing up.
Okay, that's a start. Another thing I have is you do have it is a natural tendency to kind of get out of the lane a couple times. I did notice a couple of times you were out of the lane, so. But it was only for like a few small seconds.
Yeah, normally if I see a big bump and it's clear, which most of the time it is, I normally just go over if it's dotted. And just not hit it.
Alright. So, tallying up all of your data, you did very well. You passed both tests, and you get an overall score. Let me check. Alright, so 97. Okay. Your overall rating, well, your driving score is a 97.
I did better than Matt. Let's go.
You want to brag?
But good job. I know. Good job, Matt.
Good morning. See me after routes.
Just tell me what I need to work on, and I'll work on it.
Alright, yeah, so as you did say, you do need to work on the little, horn part of it. And then, kind of keeping in the lane, like, oh, by the way, all drivers are good to go, by the way.
I know I need to keep it in the lane.
I know. But other than that, your stops were kind of a little bit, like, frantic, you know what I mean?
Could you elaborate just a little bit?
Like, when you stop, you just stop for, like, 2 seconds, and then, like, you're off in the next stop already. Like,
yeah, normally, yeah, I know I need to wait just a little bit longer.
Yeah. But that's mostly everything I got for you. Your overall score is a good 96.
I you said 97.
Well, I added up 97 and 95 and got an overall score, so it's like averaging, you know what I mean?
It's still an A.
Yeah, it's still a good rating.
Yeah. I mean, my record is kind of iffy with accidents. 11 was totally my fault.
Yeah. And Legend still needs to retest, and he got a 95 on his pre-trip, so...
I'm pretty sure... I'm already going to go and just make a prediction of Legend's score.
Okay, what do you think Legend's score is going to be?
Probably an 86, 85, somewhere in that area.
Well, if this video is edited after... If this video comes first, then we'll probably be pre-predicting the score already.
I'm having issues, sorry. My bus got put in manual mode.
I know I don't have to worry about speeding because this bus only does 55.
Yeah. Well, Legend's problem is he only does like under the speed limit. That's like the only problem.
In this bus, I don't understand why he wants to drive slow. I want to drive fast.
Ashton, do you see where these like green things
Tony,
are?
can you please butt out? This is a conversation between Ashton and Matt.
Do you see these green things on my route down here?
Hang on a second. 20, you are on radio silence for the rest of this video. Thank you.
It was a joke, but okay.
Like, coming over this bridge, I'm going to show you what I do. What just happened? You don't need to be retrained?
I think I'm going to have to reevaluate Josh.
Agreed.
It's a passing zone, man.
You normally don't pass in a bus.
It'll be alright.
Yeah, Josh, your scores are getting erased and you're going to just have to retest. The good news is you're only going to have to retest on your driving. The pre-trip's fine.
It'll be alright.
The department has never filled this in right here. It gets annoying.
They need to. But yeah.
Yeah, like up here you see it's clear. This is what I do over this bump because how bad it is when you hit it fast. So I just like go in here and then get back over. Like today, I just plugged down and hit it because I made a mistake in 23 one day. I was doing about 45 like I normally do through here. I didn't hit, and Ashton, you probably knew what happened. I went flying out of my seat.
Base mobile to base main.
Go ahead.
Whenever you get a second, I'm gonna have you ride with Josh or bus 20 or whatever bus he's in next route as an evaluation.
10-4, that is zero problem.
Matt,
On to base.
Go ahead.
I got a stop engine light on, and I got a fault code on my dash. Can I put my...
Of course.
Matt's
Is base the proper means if he should be communicating with her back?
Oh my... Jesus! Gosh, why are you coming in so high? I almost crashed into you.
No, you pulled out in front of me.
Base to 20.
Nah, what?
When you get to the school, please radio me.
I'm at the lot.
You're at the lot. Good. Go ahead and park your bus and come in the office then.
Well, I gotta drive my happy butt down to Grape County. So it better be quick.
Go ahead and park the bus and come in the office, please. Thank you.
Please make it quick. Thank you very much.
Ashton, am I able to get off the bus and leave the server?
Yep, you are good to go. Good job today, and I'm shaking your hand metaphorically.
What are you?
Josh,
Nope, I just got Ashton, so I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you.
Just thought I'd be nice to you. Since you were riding along with me and my craziness. Okay, the bus behind me just went ahead and went out of order.
Max, you on?
Yeah, I'm on. I appreciate the fact that you don't wait for anything. You just go.
Yep.
I don't lollygag along either.
And also, I had a wide open shot to get out of there.
Yeah, I didn't.
What route is this? AM or PM?
It's PM.
Yeah.
Now, for the viewers, I'm not driving because I'm inspecting Josh's evaluation on
Look
driving.
left, look right. What the heck is that bus in front of us doing?
I lost control for a second. My wheel disconnected.
Go ahead and, make sure start you hitting your brakes, but you don't want to slam on them at the last minute. You kind of just want to coast it.
You don't need to explain. You just drive how you would normally do.
Okay.
Yeah. But not crazily.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, just drive normally.
Okay, what is this bus doing in front of us? I'm talking to myself for a robot. Okay. Last minute turn signal.
Just imagine I'm not here and just drive.
I know.
Alright.
But since you're on board, I'm talking to myself so the viewers can just hear what I talk about in a regular day. In the life of Josh. What the? That bus just went off the curb. Okay. Little do they know, if I cut through here, I ain't got to drive around through that tight entrance. And I ain't got to drive over all them speed bumps. I was just going to go out that way to the main entrance, but I'll just go through here. There's my classroom over there to the left.
Max, we don't hang more buses.
What? When does that change?
I think it's a couple routes ago, right, Ashton?
What's up?
We don't angle no more in parking, we just go straight.
No, it's angle.
You said it wasn't angled.
I said that's for like after school.
Oh.
So it is angled.
Slow down for the speed bump. Okay, what is going on with the lineup this afternoon? 28 to 35.
35.
Thought I'd let you know. I'm to the first bus that's up there in the front. I'm usually right after him. I just thought I'd let you know. So if you wanna try to figure out what the bus and okay. Oh, there's no order. I thought you made an order.
Oh wait, yeah, there is an order. Never mind. Disregard me.
I'm trying to figure out what the bus in front of you is doing.
I don't think the bus in front of you does what the bus in front of you do.
Well, 35's a utility, so he's not here that
Okay.
often. So
Just park in my spot.
Oh, crap.
We don't have those things.
Yeah, we do.
I forgot. That's my fault. Hold on.
Matt, are you fine with me? Can I just pull in front of you?
I'll stay right here.
I'm gonna pull right here for right now. I'll back up.
Please. I'll be right back.
You're good. Ashton, are you fine with me just parking in front of Matt for today, since it's kind of wonky?
that's fine.
Alright.
Y'all are a hot mess tonight. Good lord.
Okay. I'm gonna have to park in front of the speed bump, it looks like.
Okay.
Guys, usually the lineup wouldn't be like this usually.
Anyway.
Who is revving the crap out of their companies?
20.
It's a CE.
Dispatch mobile to 20.
Yeah.
What is the reason of the excessive noise over there?
He just told me to get in front of you.
Oh no.
Ashton, you just did what I was about to do. Tyler told me to message him when Erie's over so we can do KCSD.
10-4.
We are doing KCSD tonight.
Yes, we have a trip.
What is that noise?
A bell.
Bingo. I'll be there.
For what?
35 base.
Base mobile, go ahead.
Can you inform one of the mechanics when I get back to the lot that 35 has a 25 sticker on it and it needs to be replaced?
What's going on?
10-4.
28 middle school.
Let's go ahead.
The bus lineup's gonna be a little wonky this afternoon.
Okay.
Just tell your students.
23 to 35. I'm a mechanic. What's going on?
I just, instead of it having a 35 sticker on the back, it's at a 25. So
That's how all of ours are. We gotta go. Well, when it gets updated, they'll probably be fixed.
Alright, we're loaded, so now we just wait on these rest of these buses to load.
I'll let you know when you guys are ready to go.
I swear to God, whoever's driving that engine, I might come over there and shove something up you. I don't know.
Okay,
Don't make me get off my... Okay. Oh, it probably helped if I put my bus in gear.
I kind of like this just riding along thing. I can eat dinner while I ride along.
Yeah. Oh, that was the wrong thing. Wrong button. Now I got it a hill, I can floor it and get speed while I can.
Matt, are you okay? Did you die in the driver's seat? So we gotta be on your horn one more time.
20, don't make me knock your 95 down to a 60.
Okay, so Matt just okay.
Are you riding with me now?
No, I'm gonna go get my bus. No, I'll just get yours. I'll just ride with you.
Later mode.
Okay, I'm on your bus, just telepathically.
Where the heck are those rest of those buses?
I left you behind.
Telepathically, I'm on your bus now.
Paying attention.
Oh yeah, I'm watching.
In about 30 years to get up to speed. Set my joint down. There we go.
I bought a coffee. I bought 2 coffees for myself. One's half drank and max. I'll give you the full one, just so because I'm gonna be annoying today.
I thought you were gonna say you were gonna give me the half drink.
I know you said you're not on my bus. I'm just gonna talk to myself out loud for a second. What is up with them bus drivers not maintaining audio?
Hey. Where the hell are you going,
My
boy?
route area?
You got the middle school.
He's gonna fail so bad.
Go get your middle schoolers.
Keep in mind, RTO is still in effect during this video.
10-4. 28 to base, Ashton.
Go ahead.
What's the weather like today in the ISD?
Give me a second.
10-4, thank you.
.48 degrees and clear skies.
10-4, thank you. Guys, close your windows back there. It's cold outside. I got the heat on for a reason. If you get hot, I can turn off the heat. No, it felt chilly. Can't talk. No, it felt chilly back there. Or chilly on this car. I wonder why.
Just get in your own lane. Thank you.
$28 to base.
Go ahead, this is base.
Am I doubling today or no?
No.
Sweet, thank you.
Yep.
$35 base.
Go ahead, 35.
Can you please send my route report to the middle school? I have my route report for the high school. I just don't have my route report for the middle school.
10-4, we'll get that right out to you.
28 to 35. If you want me to run in there, I can grab it from the printer, and when you get here, I can bring it out to you.
10-4, that's fine. I'm probably 3-4 minutes out.
10-4, I just thought I'd help you out. I'm picky with parking. I have to make it look perfect. So it only takes me about 30,000 tries. So yeah, like that. If I can get the bus to angry, yeah. There we go. Perfect. Then since we gotta wait a little bit, I'm gonna shut her down. I'm gonna step off my bus. Well, I'm not gonna step off because I got kids on here.
I'm still on here, so that technically counts.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. I can get off then.
Are you going to grab 35's route sheet?
No, 35. Usually we park in the right lane. It's just when the bus pulls up here, it pulls in this, kind of angles itself. This is like a fire lane.
No, he's fine where he is.
Oh, okay, well, I guess that works. You know what? We ought to start doing that.
Yeah.
Because it lines up a lot better.
Yeah, it does.
Will you straddle that middle line? Where the mother bus is at today, I wonder.
We'll be there eventually.
What happened to Matt?
He was in the process of being grounded.
Yeah, him got.
Of being grounded? Oh.
We'll discuss details later.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
No, you're good. So is it just 28, 35, and 20?
Yep.
At this time, all kids are released.
Alright, guys. There's a guy on here evaluating me, guys. Be on your best behavior. You always do awesome. So just act how you normally do.
Hey Josh, do you have any tissues? Do you have any tissues on this bus?
Huh?
Do you have any tissues on this bus?
Tissues, yes. Yeah, let me grab it.
Thank you.
Yep, I keep them right over here. There you go.
Thank you.
Welcome. I got a trash can right here underneath my dashboard kind of area. Or it just sits right up here behind my chair.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Oh, welcome.
35, were you about to say something?
Negative.
10-4. Okay, drivers, good to go.
Hey Max, it's gonna be a bumpy ride back there.
Why?
Nothing.
That's reassuring.
Stop at that stop sign.
Yes, I did on my end.
Okay. Just making sure, because it looked like it was a rolled stop on my screen, but if you say it's a thing, it's okay. We'll try. We'll see if it's happening again at this stop sign. Okay, now that was perfect. Thank you.
What happened was I wasn't prepared for it. You want me to be quite honest with you? That stop sign always gets me.
It's okay, because there was no cars around.
Yeah, it's not like, you know, the old QISD map we used to use. I was so used to that map. Sorry about that, I was adjusting my right seat. I usually would turn right there, but I found a better route. Now this is where the real struggle is. Go ahead and flip on my ambers. And since this is a very dangerous road, I flip on my ambers before I come to a stop on this road, since it's dangerous. And now, evaluator, if you're wondering, I have a stop up here on the left, but I have to do a turnaround because it's extremely dangerous for him to cross this road when I cannot see over this hill. So I come down here and do a turnaround. Okay, I thought that was a dead end for a second. We were just gonna go straight off a mountain. This is actually what I do, if you're wondering. I come down here and do my stops, and then I go back up here and there and drop them off.
Base.
35? You mean 20?
Yeah. 20.
Go ahead, 20.
I just had a blue in color Ford F-250 customized.
By the way, I have permission authorized from the parents because they were like, they didn't want their kid walking. Even though it's not that far of a walk, I just said, okay, whatever. So I have authorization to turn around and go. Like, big driveway that they have.
Yeah, my radio.
Go ahead. Okay, 20. What was that again?
The license plate or the vehicle model?
10-4. We'll get that searched up.
I never said license plate. If you want the plate number, it's Jack, Bob, Apple, Cricket, International, 1-2.
10-4. We'll get that. We'll notify authorities. Okay. Sorry for the background noise, everyone.
You good? Remember how I told you, Ashton, that I'm very safe with my kids, and you see how this road's extremely dangerous. How if I would have let that kid off on that side of the road, like I told you, I'd come back up there and I'd drop him off again. And then still, since cars in front of me can't see him, but he doesn't have to cross the road, I flip on my hazards for this stop just for even more attention. There we go. Because of this, because people can't really see me. And then we got a big hill, so whee! I don't know.
Adjudicator 1 to Adjudicator 2.
This is Adjudicator 2, go ahead.
How's 20 doing?
Mediocre.
Am I gonna need to ride with him?
I think we just
Ashton,
have 2 problems to address.
how about, I got an idea, Ashton. How about you and Max switch places during the ES route? Since you already rode on my route, y'all took a spot.
I'm gonna stay on your bus for this route, and then tomorrow I'm gonna evaluate Legend, and So
I can get the rest of my stops.
What am I looking for here, A2? What's the main problem here?
Keeping up with speed and not just slowing down all the time and crossing lines in the road, going the other lane.
10-4. Also, part of this process, viewers, if they don't pass, they have to keep doing it until they pass.
I'm thinking I'm passing because I'm showing my safety of how safe of a bus driver I am.
Well, you just went over the line, but I'll think about this one. Due to the situation.
Well, some of these roads are narrow.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
So you see that bridge down there? That's where my route ends, but I have a stop right there on the left. So what I particularly do is come down here. And this isn't a very... You're good. This isn't a very...
So A2, how, out of 100, how would you rate his score right now?
85 out of 100. Solid B.
Really, I thought you'd give him a 64 because of all the descriptions that you're telling me about. Personally, I would have given him a 64.
I mean, the biggest thing I think, it was just the crossing of the lane on the way to the middle school and keeping up with speed, but I won't dock off that many points for keeping up with speed because there were a lot of curves.
Okay. So, tell you what, I'm gonna ride with him on whenever we finish up with the rest of these applicants, or not applicants, sorry, with all the people who need evaluated. We'll see. After we get them done, I'm gonna ride with him.
So now we finished our bus stop. I'm heading straight to my elementary.
Sounds good. That sounds.
To the elementary
That
school.
sounds like a deal. A2.
Are you doing like? I honestly think we switch at ES. I think that'd be way cooler. But that way, kill two birds with one stone.
I guess we can try that. Then if 35 or if utility's here tomorrow, then I'll evaluate him. Which I don't have doubts he's gonna pass because I know him. So like I know he has a good chance of passing because I know him pretty well, and his driving's pretty good.
28 to 35. Did you just experience a little bit of lag there?
Affirmative.
10-4, I just want to make sure. Got a signal that this bus is stopped in front of me. $28 to 35. How many more stops you got through here?
This is my last stop for this area.
10-4, I was just gonna say, if you wanted me to just go ahead and go around so I don't get held up, but it's your last stop, so we're good.
Josh, how do you think that you scored on this test?
A 90 or above.
Is there anything that you thought you could have done better, or anything you can improve on?
That one stop sign, and that's about it.
Yeah, that's the only thing I docked you for, so that's a 98%. So far.
Okay, so I got a 90 so far. And did you like my safety, how I made sure that kid, I'd gone around and instead of making him cross that very hilly road that potentially nobody could see him walking across the street, so I'd go ahead and turn around for the extra safety.
It's innovative. Time consuming, but innovative.
I think, time is more, I'd rather waste time than put a kid's life in danger, personally, in my opinion. Because, you can't replace lives, but, if somebody were to just come and hit my bus, we could replace the bus. We can't replace lives.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay, let me see if he knows. Hey, Josh, do you know you have a new student riding your bus this afternoon from ES?
10-4. I've got him down on my paperwork.
On 182 Cherry Lane.
What was that street again that you've got down?
Cherry Avenue.
10-4, that's what I've got on my paperwork.
10-4, thank you.
You're welcome. Overall, I'm an extremely safe driver, right?
Overall.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna ask you a question real quick.
Alright, before you get on the other bus.
Actually, two questions.
Okay.
One mechanical question and one reflection question.
Okay.
Now here's the... I can't remember what I just said.
You're good.
Anyway. Oh, it's a mechanical question. So... if in the case you're driving at this speed and your alternator suddenly just stops working completely, what would the sequence of events be that would follow after? What would your what would your procedure be if your alternator went out suddenly?
Are we going, my question is, so there's two outcomes of that situation. Is the alternator completely killed the motor yet, or
like the
going
power
out?
The alternator has snapped,
and I have no power, and it cuts the power to my motor because it's no longer able to produce energy.
What would you do as a procedure? Like, what would happen if you were at 50 miles an hour on a 2-lane road and your alternator belt just suddenly snaps?
In that situation, what I'm trying to do is to grab my steering wheel, and because I wouldn't have any power steering, of course, and grab it and try to steer it off to the side of the road, put the bus in neutral, and then as I start to get down to about 15 miles an hour, pull the parking brake.
Alright. You pass. Now your reflection question.
Okay.
Now, how do you feel that this test has went? How do you think from your pre-trip to now, how do you feel as though you've ranked and scored?
A 90% or above, like I said earlier. And what in the world is that bus doing in front of me? Yes. From your end, and then Max will score me.
Well, I ultimately give the final grade, so...
He'll just tell you what kind of went on my bus when he rode it.
So overall, I felt like you are a safe driver. I feel as though you have passed my 2 exams that you have been given today. A couple of things to note. Just make sure, like, you're paying attention, seeing all the stop signs. Not saying that your attention is not good. I'm saying it's good. It's just a few things could be just improved here and there. And then overall, you did a pretty good job with child control. So, but it could be a little bit because I did see a couple of students having a comeuppance back there and like all that. So, but it was only 2 of them, so you're good. Okay, just a couple things. Just a couple things to note. Yep, and you did well under pressure. So, with that, you get the final score of 98.
Can I ask you a question, Evaluator?
Yes.
Is this one of the first buses you rode on? You know how all these buses, when they're driving down the road, they tell the kids to move up? No, they tell you to move up when the bus is moving. Kids on my bus are not to stand up until I pull this parking brake. Nobody's standing up until I pull that parking brake.
Indeed. So your overall score, let me tally up your results here. You get
28, by the way, I'm unable to do.
Your overall score is a 96.5.
Okay, sweet. I'll take it.
Congratulations, and you pass. It'll be this time next year we do the next evaluations. Well, it may be quarterly. They haven't decided yet.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh, wait. I did that on Matt's on accident. A second.
So if you want to go ahead and...
Alright, overall
take the other evaluator and come back here to ride with me. I'm not sure yet.
And you all be good for your bus driver, or I'm going to have to come on here and have some words sent out here.
I'm sorry, Ashton, but I think I can be a little bit meaner than you can.
Oh, trust me. You haven't seen me when I'm really pissed off. I'm just saying it nicely just so they don't get scared and all that stuff.
I know. Good thing there's no elementary kids on this bus, or any kids for that matter right now. I mean, if there's middle school or high school, I don't care if you want to say that. But if my kids are saying something like that, yeah.
All right, Max, what are your thoughts on bus 20 over here?
Tell him the things that Ashton needs to look out for when he's riding.
The speed thing, keeping up with speed, changing lanes,
frequently. $35. Are you able to be here tomorrow?
I'm probably gonna be here all week.
Okay.
Are you fine if I evaluate you tomorrow?
Affirmative, but do also realize that you also still have to be evaluated.
I know.
For
I'm doing mine at like the very end.
For EISD?
Yeah.
I'm talking about Citrus.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I still need the updated content you guys made, so I can actually join routes.
I used to work for Citrus.
Do you not have?
Y'all
Is it
still
not
hiring?
attached to your email?
Like, I didn't get anything ever since we went. Ever since we went dark. Like.
Okay, then DM me your English. DM me your email again, and I will double check.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, Max. What were some good things? What were some bad things?
I will say he watches out for his kids whenever they're crossing, like crossing the road. Good things. He did take those turns pretty good. I will admit. Bad things. Speed.
Was it too slow?
Like
too
not-
fast?
It was slowing down a lot.
Okay. I'll look out for it. Alright. So you're going to go on 28. I'm going to go on 20. And 20, you better be ready. I am ready to do this.
28's unable to do after school, probably because of KCSD trip, but I'll keep you updated.
There's no after school today due to evaluations and all that. And
okay.
Alright.
The trip.
Is 20's driver still here?
Yes, I am.
Alright, be ready.
Can I go get a cup of water because my throat is really, really dry?
Alright. Make it quick, please.
Alright.
35 base.
This is base, go ahead.
Boarding this London-bound train, 36-year-old Darren Pencil, who just minutes...
Sorry, viewers. Okay.
Can you call the elementary school and have them bring out a bus aid for my ESD student, please?
10-4.
I'll be AFK for like 5 minutes.
Okay.
10-4, are you on 28?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. Is 35 is the evaluation for CDS like this, what we're doing right now? $35, do you copy? That works.
Go for 35.
Is the evaluation for CDS also going to be like this, or what's it going to be like?
Go ahead and DM me that because I heard absolutely nothing because your mic is currently in your throat.
Is this better?
Affirmative.
Okay, is the evaluation for Citrus the same as what we're doing right now?
In a sense, I mean, it might be a little bit different, but I mean, it's overall, it's the general driving evaluation.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to work for Citrus. I never did a route with y'all, but I was trained, I believe, and hired on as a driver. I actually had a bus. Are you still hiring again? Because I'd love to join that.
See me after this.
Okay, that works.
Alright,
Y'all still got the same fleet?
20 back.
10-4, the
depends on when you are with me. Like I said, we'll just talk after up.
Okay, that works.
35, I just sent you an email.
10-4.
Okay. Same case scenario, bus 20. You're just gonna drive, and I'm gonna give you a score based on results. So, whenever you're ready, in that case, all buses may be parked in ES. Okay, drivers, you're good to go. Evaluation starts now.
Although, like I told you, I think we got about 30 minutes left to keep you updated.
Are you recording?
Ashton is.
Then I'm not gonna say it.
Simple. I was evaluated, by the way, and if Ashton wants to tell you my score, he can.
Aren't you guys supposed to be an RTO only?
I'll tell you the score afterwards, Tyler.
Come for it.
Also, Tyler, whatever you're gonna say, you can text it to me if you'd like.
You're good.
10-4.
Keep your side of the road! Max, you back yet?
Alright.
Max, I'm turning right here. I can't drive behind Granny.
Is there a malfunction with your setup? Your amber lights are still on. And your stop sign alarm. Oh, there it is. Never mind. Adjudicator 1 to Adjudicator 2. 85 is the minimum you're allowed to get wrong, just letting you know.
Wrong turn. Oh, crap. Sorry about that, Max. I'm used to doubling. I'm always doubling, and today I'm not. Sorry.
Be careful going across the road.
Base mobile to Tyler, if he's still in here.
Go ahead.
Would you mind covering base being on the road adjudicating?
Would I mind covering what? You're cutting.
Yeah, he wants to know if you can do base.
Yeah, can you do base? I'm out on the road adjudicating right now.
That's fine.
10-4, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I'm Ashton. I know that we're in the same thing. Bus. I did this because
What's going on?
So you see how I'm stopping here right at the door? There's a little kindergartner there about 3 foot tall. 3 feet tall. I don't want her running up the road by herself, so I bring her straight to the door every single day.
Hey.
Okay.
Watch me when you're crossing the road, please.
Alright, 10 for Legend, thank you very much. But remember, you're not supposed to leave the bus running whenever you're off. Just make sure you shut it off next time. You're good.
Careful going across the street. Make sure you're in front of that yellow bar this time. Not behind the bus. Okay, thank you. 20 base.
Go ahead.
I just had a black in color Ford F-150, like a brand new truck, just past my reds. License plate Jack 8 Bob Greg Jeff.
10-4, we will notify local law enforcement.
$35 base.
Adjudicator 2 is back.
You missed it. We were stuck behind Granny and I got tired of it.
Ashton, my power just went out.
35, do you mind if I hop in with you for a little bit?
Don't take that away 5 points.
I'm not gonna take that away from you, but I am, however, gonna make you retest. Alright, I'm in.
Right me.
35 base.
I wanna go.
Okay.
I will show you proof. It's out.
RTO only, please.
I'm gonna go.
Okay. You're gonna have to retest though.
35 base.
35 base. Base, go ahead.
I am currently at my 7th bus stop, and the parent for Julia Gardner, kindergarten, is not at the house. Could you please look her up in the computer and call her parent?
10-4, will do. Calling now.
10-4. I'm going to proceed on until you get a hold of them.
10-4. Base to 35.
35.
35. This parent is still at work, but she says she'll be getting off here within a few moments to pick her up. They say just keep her on the bus until the parent arrives. Which
10-4. I'll make my next stop.
10-4.
10-4. I'll make my next stop and I'll turn around.
10-4, thank you.
You know what? I was gonna wait till after dinner. Yes. It's just weekend is killing.
$28 to base.
Go ahead.
I've got Elizabeth Buckingham on my bus. She's in the 1st grade. Nobody appears to be home. You want to contact the parents? I can swing back by in a minute, but if not, I can bring her back to the school or the lot.
We will contact the parents.
10-4, keep me updated.
.35 en route to Gardner's bus stop.
10-4. Base to 20.
28, go ahead.
So, we got a hold of the parents, asked if you could take the student back to the school. They are going to be running a little behind.
10-4, I can do that, affirmative. Max, you see how this hill is very steep and you can't hardly see me? I flip all my hazards on this hill just for extra safety.
I was gonna say, they should really add a sign that says school bus stop ahead.
Yeah,
Side.
yeah, when I do my middle school and high school, I come the opposite direction and I come back the other way around because I do not want the kid crossing this road. I stop on the opposite side of this road, so I just come back around. I do a turnaround and come back due to how dangerous this road is. This road is extremely dangerous.
Oh yeah, I've never been over here.
Mm-hmm. So Max, we gotta go back to the elementary instead of going back to the lot. I hope you don't mind.
Nope, that's okay.
That's your school name. She's going to.
A1 to base, I just sent you a message in the computer system.
There's one of them.
10-4, we just got it.
Alright, and that should have been my last stop, so I'm gonna go ahead and, since there's nobody that comes down this road, I'm gonna do my check before we head back to the school to drop off that one kid. Okay. 28 base. I'm en route to the elementary school with Elizabeth.
Base, you also got that email from earlier today, correct? But not email, text mail, that's what it was.
10-4, we got it.
10-4.
Max, you see why I don't like, you see why they should give me a newer bus because of these hills, how bad this bus struggles.
I mean, you did have the option.
Yeah, I know, I chose this bus.
I think they need to just make sure your brakes work.
Yeah, for sure, this wears my brakes out real bad.
Happy Mother's Day.
$28 to $35.
35.
I know you haven't been here in a while, but this is normally my bus route.
10-4, as utility, I have multiple routes coming through here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
It's like after school. The routes are anywhere.
Gotcha. Waves.
Mother.
So Max, who's the better driver, me or Legend?
You.
That's what I thought. I bet you I drive with a lot more speed than I am, even though I'm in a slower bus.
A1 to A2.
Yeah, what's up?
I've already knocked Legend down to 96. Well, actually, no, wait, not 96, about 95, 94.
Okay. For the same reasons?
For veering off the road, not going the speed limit.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
Yep.
I bet you were scared for your life. I was riding behind him. So when you went AFK, I was riding behind him. And he kept doing this. And I was like, oh, good Lord. And he was driving about this fast.
Yup.
I was like, come on, Grandma.
35 en route to lock.
10-4. Alright, 35.
I have two questions for you. One's a mechanical one, one's a reflective one.
Okay.
Alright, so the mechanical one. If you had a alternator go out in the middle of your run, like it went completely out, like it's like dead, it exploded or something like that, what would the procedure be for that type of ailment?
So a complete fail of the alternator, I still have approximately 20 minutes of battery life, as the alternator not just charges the batteries, but does run auxiliary power in the bus. However, with the 3 batteries, I have enough power to maintain my engine for those 20 minutes, so I will engage my 4-ways. I will find a safe spot to pull over. I will radio dispatch and inform them of my current location, what is going on with the bus, and how many students I have on board. At that point, dispatch will inform me what the next step is, if they're going to send out a mechanic or a replacement bus, and to have my cell phone ready for when I lose auxiliary power from the battery.
Damn.
Alright. You get an 100% on that one, and as a reflective question, is there anything from pre-trip, well, I don't think you did your pre-trip yet, I didn't see it.
MS9, by the way, is a bus
How
driver.
do you rate your performance on the driving scale? Like, what are things you could do better, what are things you could, like, what are things you think you do absolutely amazingly? If that's even a word.
Well, seeing how I do this in real life and in a video game, I think I do excellent. The only thing I need to do is get a steering wheel so I can stop keyboard catting around these corners.
Oh yeah, I need to do that. I need to do the same thing.
I need to fix mine.
So 35. If I could, if today or tomorrow.
28, okay.
28. I'm talking.
Sorry.
You're good. 35. If I can just get a pre-trip from you either tonight or tomorrow, whenever it's convenient for you, I'll give you your overall score.
And I mean, I can technically conduct one. I can conduct a verbal one now, since I've already done a pre-trip for today.
Okay. That would be awesome.
Can I go ahead and make my radio call real quick, though, before that?
Go ahead.
I've dropped off Elizabeth, and me and Max are on our way back to the lot.
Alright. Alright, Steven, you'll have approximately 30 minutes in-game time to perform your pre-trip, or however long you need.
Oh, honey, I won't need that long.
Yep. Whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and start.
Okay, seeing as I'm already starting outside the bus, as I walk up to the bus, I'm going to make sure there are no leaks under my bus. I'm going to make sure there are no wet spots under my bus, because wet spots under the bus indicate that there is a leak somewhere, and technically this bus has been sitting overnight, and therefore I should have no leaks as there are no cracks. Double checking my exhaust, my tailpipe, sorry, not exhaust pipe. I ensure that it is secured and in place, and it is not broken, crack, or frayed. While I'm back here, I'm going to look at all of my housings for all of my lights, make sure that they are not cracked, broken, or frayed. I'm going to open the back door, make sure the back door swings out and that the reverse lights kick on. I'm going to check inside the bus and under the seats, make sure that there's nothing under the seats, make sure the heater is cleared. Once I confirm that that is done, I'm going to test the hold open device. I'm going to pull the door all the way out, and I'm going to try to close it. As you can see, the door bounces back, meaning the hold open device is engaged. I'm going to push the door all the way open again and close it to disengage the hold open device and close the door. Make sure that when the door closes, it is sealed and latched, and that my reverse lights in this specific bus are turned off. I'm going to verify that my license plate is visible, that it is not cracked, broken, or frayed, as well as the light. I'm going to look on top of the bus, make sure that the school bus sign is not cracked, broken, or frayed, and that it is highly visible. I'm going to walk down the driver's side. In Florida, you're going to make sure that both stop signs are attached, that they are not leaning, broken, cracked, or frayed. I'm going to make sure that my rope rails are intact, that I do not see any dents. I'm going to check this back tire. I'm going to kick it a few times, make sure it's there. I'm going to look under it and around it to make sure that it is not cracked, broken, or frayed. I'm also going to listen to see if there is any air coming out of the tire. If you hear the sound of air, you would need to inspect the tire further to see if it's coming from the tire, or double check the airbag, seeing as the air tanks are located directly behind this tire. I'm going to make sure that it is not leaking oil inside the rim. Once I've confirmed this tire, I'm going to walk around. I'm going to check all of my blinkers on this side as well as the lights. Make sure that the housings are not cracked, broken, or frayed. I'm going to check the stop sign. Make sure the stop sign is not broken, missing a bolt, leaning, or frayed, or cracked, even though it should be cracked. And make sure it's not dented. I'm going to open this battery door. Make sure that all three of my batteries are there, that they are attached, and that they are not corroded. Corroded batteries could lead to the bus not turning on, or could lead to the bus dying while it's in motion. I'm going to go ahead and close that box. I'm going to open the fuse box. I'm going to make sure that all my fuses are in there, that none of them are burnt out or cracked, because these fuses do crack. I'm going to make sure that all the wiring harnesses are not cracked, broken, or frayed. Once that's done, I'm going to close that. I'm going to tug on this mirror, make sure that this mirror is attached, it is not broken or leaning. I'm going to check this tire while I'm up here. I'm going to make sure that it is not leaking, cracked, broken, or frayed. I'm going to check this rim, make sure there's no oil coming out of it. I'm going to check this housing for this light here, make sure it's not cracked, broken, or frayed. I'm going to check this mirror while I'm down here. And then looking at from the bus, I'm going to make sure that the front of the bus is intact. I'm going to look at the windshield, make sure it's not cracked, broken, or frayed. I'm going to look at the windshield wipers. I'm going to make sure that the windshield wipers are there, that they're not cracked, broken, or frayed. I'm going to look at all of my light housing while I'm up here, make sure none of the light housings are cracked, broken, or frayed. I'm going to make sure that the front school bus sign is visible, that it is not frayed. I'm going to check this other mirror while I'm here, and this mirror. Check this tire. Go down this side. I'm going to check all the lights on this side, make sure they're not cracked, broken, or frayed. I'm going to do the same thing as the other tire that I did to this one. I'm going to make sure that it's not cracked, broken, frayed, leaking air. I'm going to visually inspect the airbag on this side, make sure that it is not leaking or decompressed. I'm going to verify that none of the tires on this side have any oil in the rims. I'm going to check my fuel door, make sure my fuel door is attached and it opens and closes and seals as it should. I'm going to walk up to my service door. I'm going to make sure that my service doors are able to move. Since these are air-operated doors, so they should be able to move freely with the bus in the disengaged position. I'm going to make sure that the seals on this door are not cracked, broken, or frayed. Looking in the bus, I'm going to make sure that my stairwells are intact, that they're not cracked, broken, or frayed. I'm also going to make sure that this handrail is sturdy, it is not broken or missing a bolt. Once I get in the bus, I'm going to do a visual inspection of the seats. I'm going to put my arms out and I'm going to slap the front of the seats. make sure that they do not move. And then on my way back to the front, I'm going to pull up on the bottoms of the seat and make sure that the bottoms of the seats do not come up. They are attached. Once I'm back in the front of the bus, I'm going to make sure that my fire extinguisher, my first aid kit, and my body fluid cleanup kit are attached, secured, and they are sealed. If a seal is missing or cracked or broken, I need to report this to the garage immediately and have a new kit sent out. I cannot leave the compound with a seal missing. I'm going to inspect my ignition, my parking brake, and my gear shift. I'm going to make sure that they are in the disengaged or neutral position and that the parking brake is applied. I'm going to look at all my switches. I'm going to make sure my switches are not cracked, broken, or frayed. I'm going to get into the driver's seat. I'm going to put my seatbelt on. Once the seatbelt is on, I'm going to put the bus in accessory, make sure that all of my gauges do a complete gauge sweep. I'm going to make sure all the lights on my dash light up. And then once that is done, I'm going to wait for the wait to start light to disengage. Once the wait to start light disengages, I'm going to start the bus. And once the bus is started, I'm going to allow the bus to build air pressure. Seeing as this is a autonomous bus, it leaks air very slowly, but it does leak air. I'm going to make sure that the air fills up. Once the tanks are full, I'm going to make sure that the alarm disengages at 52 psi and that the bus continues to build pressure until it's at 110. Once it is at 110, I should hear the governor pop off and the engine should go back down to a normal idle speed. Once that's done, I'm going to turn on my left blinker, make sure my headlights are on, and I'm going to initiate my yellow student warning lights. Once that's done, I'm going to get out of the bus. I'm going to inspect to make sure all of the lights that I have turned on are working. So I'm going to make sure that the blinker is engaged as if I was making a left turn. I'm going to make sure that my yellow student lights are running. I'm going to walk down the side of the driver. I'm going to walk down the driver's side of the bus, make sure that my blinkers are still flashing. Once I get to the back of the bus, I'm going to make sure that the back of my bus lights are working. Make sure the left blinker is on. I'm going to make sure that the parking lights are on. I'm going to make sure the clearance lights are on. I'm going to make sure the yellow student warning lights are on. Once that's done, I'm going to walk around. I'm going to get back in the bus. I'm going to disengage the left turn signal and turn on the right turn signal. And I'm going to engage the reds and shift the bus into reverse. I'm going to make sure the parking brake is still applied. After that, I'm going to get off the bus while the bus is in reverse, but the parking brake is engaged. This does two things. One, make sure that the backup alarm is sounding, and also to test the parking brake, make sure that the bus is able to remain still with the bus in gear. I'm going to check my right turn signal and my red flashing student warning lights. I'm going to walk around to the driver's side again. I'm going to make sure that my stop signs and crossing arm are out, engaged, and flashing, except the crossing arm. Crossing arm doesn't have lights, so it's not going to flash. Once that's done, I'm going to walk around to the back, make sure my right turn signal is on, make sure my reverse lights are on, and that the alarm is beeping. I'm going to make sure my red student warning lights are flashing. And as I walk back into the bus on the passenger side, I'm going to make sure my blinker is on. Once I get confirmed that the blinkers are on, I get back in the bus. I'm going to put the bus into neutral. I'm going to disengage the red student lights, and I'm going to put on my hazards. Once that's done, I'm going to put the bus into drive, and I'm going to let go of the service brake. Make sure the bus is not roll forward as it is in drive. Once that's done, I'm going to shift the bus back into neutral. I'm going to release the parking brake, and I'm going to pump the brakes to drain the air. Once that's done, I'm going to keep pumping until I get to about 52 psi. The alarm should start sounding at this point. I'm going to continue going until I get down to about 25, 26 psi, and make sure that the parking brake engages. Once that's done, I'm going to let off the service brake. I'm going to let the bus gain air pressure. I'm going to be timing it to make sure that it gains pressure in a specific amount of time for this bus. And then once that is done, I am going to radio in for a radio check. Once I confirm that my radio is working, I will close my service doors, make sure that my seatbelt is back on. I'm going to put the bus into drive and release the parking brake, and I will depart the lot.
God damn.
Okay.
We done yet? Because JCSD needs the server.
Okay. Steven, that was pretty good. Is there anything you're missing?
Honey, I'm a bus driver. I do this every day. I am not missing a dang thing.
I know. I have to
I like
ask
how
you,
he
though.
goes.
You got
I like how he
100%?
goes, honey.
Alright. Alright.
Are we
You
off
passed
video
it.
yet?
28, stop interrupting me. Alright, you got 100%, Steven. Good job, and you passed this year for inspection. Alright, congratulations. Alright. Alright, so this is the pre-trip portion of my evaluation. We'll begin whenever we're... Yeah, anyway. Alright, so coming up to the bus, I have my amber clearance lights in the middle right there on the top, 3. My amber warning lights, my red loading lights, and if you can kind of see on the side, my amber side clearance lights, my amber right turn signal and hazard light, my left turn signal and hazard light, amber, the clear headlights on the front right here. They're all the proper color. They're not cracked, broken, or frayed, or missing anything like that. When you look at the bus, make sure it's not leaning to the left or to the right. That would be a suspension issue. If it was leaning to the left, you'd have to get it into the garage to get the suspension issue fixed. And there's no puddles of any kind under the bus that indicate a leak. I tug on these mirrors, make sure they don't move, that they're bolted securely on here. They're not damaged or cracked or any type of wear and tear on them. I do that on both mirrors. Alright, unlatch the other side. In the engine, my fuses and wires in the top portion of the engine, they're all hooked and connected securely. They're not damaged, cracked, or broken, and or missing. I also will tug on the driver's side mirror to make sure it isn't moving in any way, aside from the usual movement for adjusting your mirrors. Also tug on this mirror right here, make sure it doesn't move. It's not cracked or broken, loose and or missing. Anyway, my alternator is belt driven on this bus right here. And when I push on it, it shouldn't move very much. It shouldn't deflect at all. We have my wiper coolant, my wiper reservoir on the bottom right here. It is in between add and full. The next thing I will check is the coolant reservoir up here. As you can see, there's adequate amounts of coolant in there for the trip. Coming down to the tire right here, I want to make sure that the pressure on the tire is ample enough that it will not break or come loose during the trip. And I want to make sure all my bolts are secured tightly. They're not cracked, broken, loose, or missing. If they were loose or anything like that, we'd see kind of a little rust pattern or a trail of some sort of debris. And we have my rim oil filter, or oil, or whatever it is down here. The thing. Anyway, it's not cracked, broken, or anything. If there was, it'd be a spray trail coming around there. Anyway, let's see. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, and this bus is air brake equipped, so my air compressor is gear driven as well. It's not frayed, cracked, or broken in any way. Coming over here, our doors. Yes, this door is a little bit crooked right here, but that's due to game format at this point. We've tried fixing it, but the doors are evenly spaced apart from the defect. The windows are sealed securely on here. They're not cracked, broken, loose, or missing. We have my amber clearance lights and hazard lights in front of the duals, red behind the duals. And you'll see in a moment here the step ladder lights will work as well. Coming to the side of the bus, I check under the bus, but it's hard to see. You want to make sure the frame of your bus and the having an issue thinking of what those things are called. You want to make sure your bus frame is bolted securely. As you can kind of see, there's no cracked or broken, loose or missing parts of it. Otherwise, the bus would more than likely collapse. And we check our exhaust system. Notice it does not have any holes in it. If there was any holes, then if you had the bus on, you'd hear excessive noise, or there'd be a soot pattern following the bus as you would move. Now the same thing with the wheel. The bud wheel, I'd check, make sure it has no spacers in it. It is evenly spaced from the primary wheel. There are no welds on this rim right here. All the bolts are fastened securely. They're not cracked, broken, loose, or missing. The only welds on this thing are from the factory, so we're good there. The diesel fuel door works properly. It's not missing, cracked, or broken at all. And we go back under the bus. You see the airbags are properly working. They're bolted in at the top and the bottom. They're not cracked, broken, or have any leaks of any sort. And next is the fuel tank right here. It doesn't have any leaks. If there was, you'd have a punctured gas tank somewhere around it. Let's see, okay. Got that one. Alright, I have my red clearance lights on the back. I have my amber warning lights. I have my red loading lights. And I have my amber left and right turn signal and or hazard lights. I have my red tail lights and brake lights. And I have my white or clear reverse lights. And if I could open the door from the back, yeah. And if I open the door from the back, you'll see that it functions properly. It does lock into place, so that in the event of a rollover, it will not close back up. Anyway. Alright, let's see. Alright. All the windows on the back are bolted in securely. Well, sealed securely, my bad. Let's see. I would check this side of the bus like I did the other side. The only difference is the stop sign right here. We have to make sure it is working. It's not broken, cracked, loose, or missing. It is a incandescent stop bulb, so you'll see in a minute here that those are working. Make sure our battery box, get it open, hang on a second. Alright, our battery box has 3 batteries in it. If in the event that my alternator somehow went out, I'd still have at least 20 to 25 minutes left of reserve charge on the batteries. So that would be enough time to alert base and pull over to a safe spot. Alright. I'm going to do a series of light tests right now. My right amber blinker. My left amber blinker. Headlights. My clear headlights, yeah. And high beams. And my clearance lights on the top as well. My amber clearance lights are working properly. my amber loading lights, or amber warning lights, either way works. My red loading lights, and the red loading and the red stop sign lights are working properly. Nothing's damaged, cracked, loose, or missing. Hazard lights. Let's see. I'm going to turn my step well light on and my hazards on. Make sure all the things are working. You kind of can't see because it is kind of pointing towards my step light. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna turn on my reverse lights now. All right, my amber lights should be on in the back. I'm going to check to make sure that the door, I'm going to put the bus in neutral. I'm going to check that the door opens on the inside as well, just as smoothly as it opened on the outside. And as you can see, it is working properly. And my headlights are also working as well on the back. And I have my clearance lights are also working. Alright, let's see. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, and if this bus had a strobe, it'd just be just a strobe. I'm gonna go back and check my roof hatches, make sure they're all working, and my window exits. And opens and closes. If it was stuck, then we'd have to have something. We would have to make sure that we get it fixed immediately, because you never know when you actually might need those. And then my roof hatches also work. They open from both sides. As you can see, the back one is open all the way. You just twist and push up on the roof hatch. It's working secure. It's working. All things work securely on that one. Same for the front one as well. My inside lights do work as well. I don't know if you can see them or not.
Yep.
Anyway, okay, good. All right, so I'm gonna do a safe start. The bus is in neutral. I'm gonna turn it to accessory real quick. All right, I'm gonna turn the bus on. All right, sitting in the driver's seat, I make sure my seatbelt is not damaged or frayed or cracked or broken. The parking brake is also hold, by the way. I forgot to mention that in the safe start. As I'm sitting in the driver's seat, I make sure all the mirrors are to where I can see on all corners of the front of the bus. Make sure that I'm going to turn the lights on so my dash panel is clearly visible. I have my in-bus radio and I have my CB radio as well inside the bus as well. Let's see. My amber indicator is working properly, no damages to that. My red indicator is working. My left indicator for my instrument panel is working, as well as my right indicator and the hazard light indicator. The light indicator is working properly. Let's see if I could see panic. My def tank is sufficiently fueled, and I have a sufficient amount of fuel, of diesel fuel for the trip. My transmission over here on the bottom left should be in between 150 and 200. And my air tanks are at the optimal level. Anyway, up here in the roof compartment right here, I have a first aid kit with 24 bandages in them, proof of insurance and emergency numbers, as well as a body fluid cleanup kit. There's nothing broken and damaged or anything like that on there. And the fire extinguisher right here is sufficiently charged. It is green. The needle isn't green. It is sufficiently charged and is ready for use if we happen to have a bus fire at any point. You'll also see here in a moment that my wipers work. Well, they would if I had bus 2, but these ones do work. I just haven't found the command for them yet. Anyway, let's see. I'm going to shut the bus off, but put it back into accessory real quick. Actually, disregard that, actually. I actually have one final thing I had to do while the bus is still running. As you can see, the doors are working properly as well. Anyway, I'm going to release the parking brake and cruise at approximately 5 miles an hour. As you can kind of tell, we do somewhat smooth stop as well. That's due to force feedback on the keyboard as well. Now I'm going to put the bus in drive, make sure that the parking brake is going to hold. As you can tell, the parking brake is holding, so there's no problems there. Now I'm going to shut the bus off and apply hard pressure to the service brake. I'm going to pull the parking brake up. And I'm going to start... Actually, wait. I'm going to re-pull the parking brake for a second. Alright. Next thing I want to do is I want to make sure the bus is not losing more than 2 PSI per minute. I want to make sure... Would you like to time that, actually?
Timing start now.
10-4.
Fine.
Okay. So I'm going to start fanning the brakes now. Don't know if you can kind of hear it. As you can kind of tell, this bus doesn't have any braking noises, so I'm just fanning the brakes right now. The buzzer will start sounding at around 50 PSI, and the parking brake should just set itself. See, as it just did. Whenever the air tanks are full, they will cut off at around 120 psi. You'll hear kind of a sound. See if I'm not forgetting anything, am I? Let's see. The emergency door lever is working as well for the front door. It's not cracked or broken, loose and or missing. Let's see. And I'm going to run the bus through each and every gear. Make sure that it runs good whenever I turn the bus back on. Let it build pressure. Alright. Reverse, neutral, drive, 2, 1. As you can see, there's no problem with the gearbox. If the gearbox were to malfunction, the bus would be unable to get regular movement. The student mirror is properly adjusted. There's no cracks or anything that would make the mirror unusable. There's no cracks or breaks in it. Let's see. Anything else missing? Alright. Oh, I did forget to show you my def tank is also working properly. There's no cracks, or it's not cracked or broken, loose or missing at all. So it's securely bolted as well. Oh, it's securely on there. You know what I mean. Anyway, as I'm going back to the back door to check on my child check, I will tug on the seats up a little bit, just to make sure that there's nothing broken or cracked or missing or in any sort of way. So I'd press the button. And now going back, I will do the same thing. I will make sure that the seats will not pull up, but I will pull up on them. Anyway, okay. I think I'm done.
Okay.
Alright, feedback. How was that?
Long. What is the first step to a safe startup?
Make sure the bus is in neutral, the parking brake is pulled.
The first step.
Oh. Make sure the parking brake is on.
Nope.
Okay.
So the first, do you want to know the answer?
Actually, yeah, I'd like to know the answer.
The first step to a textbook safe startup is when you get in the bus and you sit down, you put your seatbelt on.
Oh dang, that was so obvious.
The seatbelt is the first step to a safe startup. The second step is ensuring that the parking brake is set and the bus is in neutral. Alright, other than that, it was good. I mean, you did forget a few things, but then you remembered it and jumped to it, so I'm not gonna deduct for that. So go ahead and we're not gonna make it wrong, so just drive around the block.
Okay. What percentage did I get on the pre-trip? So I can write that down.
I'll give you a 99. I'll only deduct the 1 point for the first step for the safe startup.
Okay. Alright, let's drive around the block. Alright, parking brake is in. Bus is in drive. Make sure our seatbelt is tightly fastened. I know that was the first step, I forgot to mention that. Make sure your seatbelt's on, then pull the parking brake, then put it in drive. And also, I'm on keyboard, so this may be a little bit like, kind of like weird. Just a small disclaimer.
That's fine. I was on keyboard yesterday when you did mine, so.
Yeah. I'm getting the steering wheel hopefully soon.
But I've also been driving ROR for 6 years, so.
So you kind of learn a few things.
On top of doing it in real life.
Yeah. Well, about a year from the beginning of last month, I can start taking my courses for it.
Okay, you're gonna make a right at the stop sign.
10-4.
And you're gonna conduct a student stop at McDonald's.
10-4.
Then make a right at the intersection. And then another right. And then a left.
Oh, can one of y'all kill me?
Hang on a second, we're still in the middle of a evaluation.
And then on the left.
Holler at me when you get done.
I'll let you know.
And another left. And then last mouse conduct a student stop.
10-4. This one right here?
Yeah, that works.
I didn't know which street you meant, so.
You're good.
Alright, students crossing over.
And take us back to the lot.
Alright. Alright, I'm back. There we go. how did I do, Steven?
I'll give you 100.
Sounds good. Right.
Overall, you're welcome. Overall, 99.5.
Sounds good.
Okay, I am getting off the server now.
Alright, sounds good. Thank you so much.